Hey guys, this is RJ the Craft Gal, and today I'm going to be showing you a video of all of my polymer clay tools that I mostly use and that I recommend you get if you are a beginner in polymer clay, or if you have any questions of like something that you don't have and you're just wondering about. And so let's start. So first up, I have my blades that I use. I bought these pretty recently and I've been using them all the time now. You can get these at about any craft store. I got these at Hobby Lobby for about $16, but they're worth it. They really are, and I recommend getting these. If you don't have these, I would use a butter knife or something like that. These are rigid, wavy, your bendy one, and then your straight. I mostly use my big straight one because it's just the one that you probably would use most. Next up, I have my Polymer clay X-Acto knife. I use this for just making little details in my clay, and this is also something you can use if you don't have these blades. Next, I have my little dotting tools. They're not really big except for this one, but I recommend getting these for doing little indents, or just like you can even use this really tiny one for just like drawing out things if you needed to. But these have been pretty nice. As you can see, I have clay all over them. Next, I have my brushes that I use. This one I use for my chalk pastels, soft chalk pastels that I also got at Hobby Lobby, and they're worth it. You can use these if you don't really want to worry about doing the skin or bone all the time, for just like doing stuff like this. I got this idea from a girl. I'll have to put in the link below, but the Kawaii Tea Bag, you should go check her out. She's really good at doing stuff like this, and that's what I made from her. And then I also have my paintbrush for using my Sculpey glaze for glazing pieces, just to make them shiny. You can see it kind of has that shine. This is something that I actually got on Pinterest, an idea. It's called the Mokume Gane effect or thing. It's really cool. I'll have to do a tutorial about it sometime. But yeah, you could just see that kind of shiny glaze there. But I do recommend that you get this glaze at, I also got this at Hobby Lobby pretty recently, but it's worth getting. Next, I have my rolling pin. I have an acrylic one as well, but I don't know where it is at the moment. So, but I recommend getting a rolling pin. It's really worth it because I use it for like every project that I do. But I definitely recommend getting an acrylic, if not using this, or if you do not have a rolling pin from like a craft store, just like using a rolling pin that you can find in the kitchen. Next, I have this little Sculpey board. This came with this, as well as some other things from a beading set. I use the flat side because this is like, you can, the letters pop out, but I use this side for a lot of my little polymer clay things that I use, like just doing little tiny things like that, and just for like a flat surface. It's really nice, and I recommend getting this. Next, I have a toothbrush that I use for polymer clay. It's just for sorry, I can't even think of the word right now. It is used for just texturing your clay. Just kind of doing it around and using stuff like that. I recommend you could just get this from your bathroom or something, or from the dentist, just asking the dentist for a toothbrush. And then this is just a ball of tinfoil that is also used for texturing clay, that you could just get from your kitchen. Next, I have this little cake pop skewer thing that you just use for cake pops. I have actually been using it for the soft chalk pastels, just to kind of shave it off, as you can see, like right here and here. You could also use these for like putting your beads on there and cooking them, so then they won't like get all smushed or anything. This is just also probably pretty nice for like a little, just like a little tool to use. Next I have this Sculpey Bacon Bond. So you can see that I've used this a lot. This is good for just gluing your pieces together, since you can bake it as well as, and also you can use it to make some kind of like your liquid clay. I mean, I've used this before since I don't have the Sculpey liquid clays, which I should probably get, but I've used this to make some pie, like the pie filling for like cheesecakes that I've done. And I would just recommend getting this for your just like goop, I guess you could call it goop or liquid clay, and then for just bonding. Next I have all of my little cookie cutters. I got this in my, if you've seen my other video, my walnut hollow embossing kit, and I showed you how to use your sorry about that, I showed you how to use your little letters from the holder, but I use these like all the time, and then these I just got from my aunt or something, but I mostly use my circle and this. Like, I recommend getting these for just having the perfect sides and stuff for projects that you have. And then the last thing that I have, oh sorry, not the last thing, I also have these little eye pins that I totally, utterly, completely recommend that you get if you do not have these. These can be used for like little Polymer clay charms that you make. Again, using this as an example for right there for this little charm. But I really do recommend getting these for little charms or things like that. Okay, now the last thing that I have is my big pasta machine. This I use almost every time as well. It can be used for conditioning or flattening out your clay. I got this, or my family one of my family members got this for me just from like a local grocery store. I'd probably find it more at Walmart or Sam's. It's just for making pasta. That's why it's called a pasta machine. But I use this a lot for just flattening out my clay and conditioning it as well. And it's been a really good tool to have. But I don't exactly recommend it if you just don't have the money, but it's a good tool. I mean, I do recommend it, but if you just don't have the time or the money for it, I would just stick with using your rolling pin, which is also really great. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this little recommendation video, and I hope that you comment and subscribe below and like my channel. And I will put a link about this little, the name of the girl who did this. She's really good and you should go check her out. But thank you again for watching my video, and have a good day. Bye!